Hello, welcome to HoboRec Sessions. Today we're gonna have a listen to one drum kit in 5 different rooms. Yeah, so this is a video I've been thinking about doing for a while, but it's hard to get the time to do it when I have paying clients in the studio, and it's really hard to do it on my own. But fortunately enough, this month I have an intern in the studio called Andreas, so I've got really good help from him to turn this video into reality. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to dig up any professional drummers to do this, so I'm playing drums myself. And I'm not that good, but this is just for doing a sound test of the different rooms we have in the studio, so I think you will manage to hear the difference anyways. Mostly I'm doing this for myself, but also as a reference point for the bands coming to the studio to record, so they have some sort of vision of what the drums will sound like in the different rooms, so we don't have to try everything before we can start recording. To be honest, I got a bit surprised by some of the room configurations. We're gonna have a listen to it in a bit and you're gonna see what I mean. First off, I want to show you the layout plan of the studio so you have a grasp of where we're placing the drums in the studio. We're gonna start in the main live room and place the drums with the back towards one of the short walls. After that, we move it into the medium big room that have some glass walls that can seal it off into 3 smaller rooms. So we're gonna have that as 2 different rooms. One with a big open room with the dampened walls, and also the middle room closed off with the glass walls so it gets more reflective. After that, we're going into the vocal/amp room. It's an ISO booth, pretty dampened. And last but not least, we're gonna go into the stone cave where we also keep the EMT 140 plate. To keep things as consistent as possible, we had exactly the same microphone setup on all the takes. We have an XY overhead configuration, exact same spot on all the takes. We have a standard close mics, SM57 on the snare, both on top and bottom. MyLab VM44s on the toms, and Neumann TLM 103 on the kick. We also have a Bang & Olufsen stereo ribbon microphone standing 290 centimeters from the kit. That's the longest distance I could do it to keep it the same distance in all the different takes. My first thought was also to include one mono room mic because in the big live room you can place it like really far away, so you get the typical Steve Albini delay on the room, but it didn't really feel like it had any point to do so. It couldn't be consistent between the different rooms, so I just kept it with the exact same microphone setup between the 5 different rooms. And also, of course, I mean, in those 5 different rooms, if it was a real recording, I would probably move things around to optimize it for that specific room. But in this case, I want to see the room difference with the exact same drum setup and microphone setup. So that's what you're gonna hear too. I thought we were gonna start with listening to the whole drum kit with the stereo room mic in all the different rooms, and here we go. Originally, I got this idea from a Sound on Sound video where they did exactly this. They recorded one drum kit in several different studios, but they only played the sound from the stereo mic in front of the kit. And I was pretty convinced that the close mics of the drums would sound really different in the different rooms too, because when you sit and play the drums in the different rooms, it feels like the drums are responding differently. One thing that I noticed though that I don't have time to show you here now is that The bleed in the closed mics are kind of different between the different rooms, different harshness and stuff like that. The absolute best separation between the closed mics are in the main live room. I guess that's because you don't have any early reflections from close walls and stuff like that. So let's have a listen to all the rooms again with only the closed mics and HoboRec. And to finish the whole thing off, I want to listen to everything again with the guitars and bass on it too, to see how much of a difference it makes in context of the music. There you go, that's all. As you see, I really think it makes a totally different feeling of the song depending on the room sound. So that's something to keep in mind. I mean, if you record in your home studio or any other studio that only have like one room, you can still play around with different mic placements to shape the room sound. But also be aware of this when you're like looking around for studios. Don't just take first best studio that's around. It can really make a difference of the feel of the song depending on what room you place acoustic instruments in. So that's all for this week. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked it, and please help me share this video and subscribe if you haven't already. Please leave me comments and questions in the comment section. I will get back to you in my Q&A sessions once a month. And also hit the like button if you like this. It will also help me to rank the video higher in YouTube. So that's it. See you next week. Bye bye. Cheers.